Students, welcome back. First, we will see the solutions to the homework sums. I have given you 3 homework sums of isosceles triangles. So first we will look at that. On page 66, the 6th question. On page 66, the 3rd question. You have been given that angle PQR is 54 degree, that is already given. Besides that, you are given PQ is equal to PR. Since PQ is equal to PR, the angles opposite equal sides are equal. So this angle will also be 54 degree. So both the angles together is 108. Sum of angles of a triangle is 180. So this angle will be 72 degree. And since you are given, this sign indicates that PQ is parallel to RS. If PQ is parallel to RS, and you have PR as the transversal. PR is transversal and PQ is parallel to RS. So you will have these two angles are both alternate angles. So they are 72 degree each. So you have both those angles as alternate angles and 72 degree each. Now since you have this angle is 72, PRS plus TRS, the two angles will add up to 180. Why? Because this is a straight line. So angles in a linear pair. So therefore this angle which is asked TRS or your asked TRS, this is 180 minus 72, that is 108 degree. So all the steps are shown here. You have to solve the sum as per these steps and write all the reasons. In this sum, it is purely based on isosceles triangle and the base angles, and then based on parallel lines and alternate angles as I have shown here. So those reasons have to be clearly mentioned. Angles opposite equal sides and alternate angles, and then linear pair. There is no congruency because there are no two triangles itself in this. The next sum was very simple. In the next sum, you are given that the vertical angle or the vertex angle, both means the same. These are both called the base angles. The vertex angle is 1/4 the base angle that is given. So let's assume both the base angles are x. So the vertex angle will be 1/4 of x. All three together is 180. So when you solve and find the LCM, you get 9x upon 4 is 180, or x is 4 into 180 upon 9. So that is x is equal to 80 degree. So therefore you will get both the base angles are 80 degree each and 80 80. So what is remaining is 20 degree by angle sum property, or because the vertex angle is 1/4 base angle. Now the last homework sum, which was there for today, the 5th sum, that's again based on corresponding angles now. Corresponding angles because you are given OBQ is 70 degree and QB is parallel to PC. So you have a situation like this. This angle is 70 degree. This is QBO. And then you have PC is parallel to QB. So these two angles are both going to be 70 degree each. So you have PCB, the angle marked in green. PCB is 70 degree because they are corresponding angles. So in this you have to be a bit clear about your parallel lines, corresponding alternate angles, and sum of interior angles is 180. So in this case you are using corresponding angles. Out of that, the small angle here PCA is said to be 20. It is given PCA is 20. So the balance which is marked in red, that is ACB. ACB will be the 70 minus the 20, that is 50 degree. So if ACB is 50 degree, you have in this triangle ABC, you are given AC and BC are equal to each other. AC and BC are equal. So therefore, the two base angles of that triangle, that is this two angles, this and this, will be equal. So those two angles, if you call them as x, so x plus that 50 will add up to 180 triangle sum property. So you will get 2x is 130 or x is 65 degree. So this angle x is 65 degree. So now you are asked what is angle RAC. Angle RAC forms a linear pair with this x. So those x you got, they are both 65 degree. So angle RAC will be 180 minus 65, that is 115 degree. That is the final answer for your homework question number 5. Now we will continue with, I think, the fourth sum of classwork of isosceles triangles. Now this is classwork sum number 4 on page 63 of isosceles triangles. Now in this figure, you are first of all not given the figure. You are supposed to draw it from the given data. It is given in isosceles triangle ABC. So you have an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB is equal to AC. AB and AC are equal, that is given. Then you are given that the side BA. BA means starting from B and A and then produced up to D, says that BA is equal to AD. So that's your figure. BA equals AD and already BA equals AC. So you will get AC and AD equal. Finally you are asked to prove that angle BCD is 90 degree. It's a very simple proof. Mark it very important. Main thing is getting the figure. First of all, it is an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB is equal to AC, that is given. Then you are given BA is produced to D, says that BA and AD are equal. So because these two are equal and already these two are equal, so all these three sides are equal. BA, AC and BD. So now first if you consider triangle ABC, AB is equal to AC, so both of them are base angles. Angle ABC is equal to angle ACB, both are x. Same way, when you consider another triangle, first you took ABC and you took the base angles as x. Now when you consider a second triangle ACD, please do not label this also as x. There is no guarantee that in this triangle the base angles, if they are 40 degree each, that also is 40. In a isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. Just because AB and AC are equal doesn't mean that because AD equals to AC, that will also be the same measure. Only rule is that in the isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. So here if you call it x, there you call it as y. It may be x is equal to y, may not be x is equal to y. So if two different isosceles triangles are there, don't call the base angles with the same variable. Use a different variable. So since we use both the base angles here as x, there the base angles are y. So now in this big triangle, let's use angle sum property. You have x, this angle is x plus y and that is y. So x plus y and y together when you add up, it will add up to 180. So that means 2x and 2y, the sum of the angles of the triangle BCD is 180. So because 2x plus 2y is 180, so if you divide throughout by 2, you will get x plus y is 90. So that is exactly what you wanted to prove, that your angle BCD, which you have already proved that BCD is x plus y, is equal to 90. You have already proved BCD, you have written the statement is ACB plus ACD, so it is x plus y, and later you proved x plus y is 90, so therefore you have your angle BCD is 90. It's a very short sum, not long. could be asked for 3 or 4 marks. Main thing is to get the diagram right. When they say BA is produced to B, that means you will start from B to A and then produce it. If they say AB is produced, that means you will start from A, go to B and produce it. So that's how you take the sum. So this mark is very important. The next sum, that is the fifth sum, is quite simple. In the next sum, the figure is already given. You are already given this figure and you are given that AB is equal to AC. So because AB is equal to AC, the base angles marked in red, that is angle ABC is equal to angle ACB, both are X. Base angles of isosceles triangle, or you can say angles opposite equal sides. Then you are given DBC, that angle DBC and angle ECB are both equal, both of them are 90 degree, it is given in the question. So if the full angle is 90 and this is X, so obviously DBA will be 90 minus X. In that case also the full angle BCE is 90 and this angle is X, so angle ECA is 90 minus X. So you have got angle ABD is 90 minus X, angle ACE is 90 minus X. So now we use congruency, since after that you have to prove CPCTC. You take triangle ABD and ACE and I have drawn those two triangles separately. The figure I have shown separately. These both are vertically opposite angles, that is angle DBA and angle EAC. DAB and EAC are vertically opposite angles. And then you have AB is equal to AC given, and you have just now proved that angle ABD is equal to angle ACE, both are 90 minus X. So you can say by ASA test, ASA, you have got angle side angle test, you can prove the two triangles are congruent by ASA test. So you will write the last step, that is BD is equal to CE and AD is equal to AE, and don't forget to write the reason CPCTC. So you can write the reason as CPCTC. That is the solution for question number 5. Please write all this in your notebooks. This all should be written in your notebooks, and later in June I will check all this when the class starts. Continuing with sum number 6. Now you know DE is DP plus PE. That much everyone knows. That DP is actually, DE is actually DP plus PE. This is adding two lengths. So now what we have to do is prove DP is equal to BD. We need to prove DP is equal to BD and then prove PE is equal to CE. If you prove this, then instead of DP you can write BD, and instead of PE you can write CE. So that is how you will have to prove this sum. It's very easy actually, and neither is it very lengthy. First of all, you are given that these two angles are X. Those two angles are equal is given, so we will take it as X. So because angle BBP and CBP are both equal to X, that is given, we can say since BE is parallel to CE, so therefore this and this forms an alternate angle. So angle DPB will be equal to angle PBC. They form alternate angles. They are forming angles like this. This is your PBC. This angle is X. So DPB, that angle will also be X. So both those angles are X each. So now if these two angles are X, so already this both were X, so therefore we can prove that DPB is equal to DPB is equal to DBP. Both of them are x. So if those two angles are x, then you can say that the sides opposite equal angles in triangle BDP, base angles are equal, so you can say this side and this side are equal. You can say BD is equal to DP. So instead of DP, we've got BD. Same thing you need to do on the other side. On the other side, you have got BCP and ECP are both Y. Since BCP and ECP are both Y, so we both are equal, so we call it as Y. Here we used x, so we won't use x again. We can't. We have to use another variable. So we write those both angles are Y. Since those both angles are Y, and now again by using alternate angles, now this is an alternate angles, so you will get EPC and PCB, they are both equal to Y. So those two angles we can say are alternate angles, so they form a Y. So they are both equal. So now you have EPC and PCE are both Y. So this side PE and this side CE, PE and CE will be equal. So instead of PE, we can substitute CE. So that is your proof that DE, instead of writing it as DP plus PE, instead of DP we are writing it as BD, and instead of PE we are writing it as EC. So the proof is actually simple. Once you have understood it, mark the sum as very important. These are the type of sums that they ask in the school exams. Not very lengthy and not very tough. You've seen it also. So first step is PBD is equal to PBC. That is given. Both are x. Therefore, we are taking it as x. Similarly, there you are given PCE and PCB are both y. Let them both be y. It is given. Then you are given DE is parallel to BC. That is also given. So angle PBC is equal to angle DPB. Both are x. From step number 3 and alternate angles. The reason has to be written. Similarly, because these two are x and already you had these both were x, so here the common factor is angle PBC. So all the three of them are x, or in fact you can say PBD, this angle is equal to DPB, both are x, DPB and PB. So because of this statement, you can write that DP is equal to DB. That I have written down. This is because of statement number 5. Since the base angles are equal, sides opposite equal angles will be equal. Now the next thing that you have proved on the other side is PCB. Your PCB is equal to angle CPE, alternate angles. From 2, you have written it as y, and then 3 you have called the lines parallel, so they are alternate angles. So your PCE and CPE both will be equal, because in this case the common angle is PCB out here, so PCE and CPE will be y. So because those both are y, therefore you have written the statement PE is equal to EC. That is from step number 7, and sides opposite equal angles. So therefore you have got earlier you had already told that from this statement sides opposite equal angles is DP is equal to DB. So now instead of DE writing it as DP plus PE, instead of DP we are substituting DB, and instead of PE we are writing EC. So that is substituted here. Instead of DP I have shown DD, and instead of PE we have shown the equal side of it, that is CE. So that is substituted. So that's the proof for question number 6. Write it down in your notebook. Then we will go on to classwork question number 7. This sort of sum you have done before. By now you should know and be very clear what is a median. Median is line joining a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. Same way, line joining a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. In this question, the diagram is not given. So you are supposed to draw the diagram based on the question. Question is, prove that the medians corresponding to the equal sides of an isosceles triangle. Medians corresponding to equal sides, AB is equal to AC, given. So median of AC is BD, line joining opposite vertex to midpoint of the side, and median of AB is CE, line joining vertex to midpoint of opposite side. So CE is median to AB, so E is midpoint of AB, and BD is median to AC, so D is midpoint of AC. Now why have I marked them all same? That is because already AB is equal to AC, so you can say that AE and BE are both half of AB because E is midpoint since CE is median. Same way AD is equal to DC because, and both of them are half of the entire length AC. Reason is BD is median, so D is midpoint of AC. So now since this is already given that AB is equal to AC, so we can write all these four sides AE, AD, BE and DC are all the same. But since that was not required, I have written what is required as per what congruency we need to prove. We need to prove that the medians are equal. So I am taking triangle AEC and AEB. You are taking triangle AEC and ABD or ADB. Already you have proved AE is equal to AD. AE is equal to AD. You have just now proved from these three steps. Since AB and AC were equal, all the four parts are equal. So AE is equal to AD. After that, you have got angle EAC and DAB are both equal, same angles, since both the angles are same. And then you also have, if you, in such cases, you always draw the two triangles which you are proving congruent separately. Since you are proving these two triangles congruent, so now in this case, you even draw the figure separately, and therefore you will get AC is equal to AB. It was already given at the start that AB and AC are the equal sides. So now you have S, A, S test. So the two triangles are congruent by SAS test, and therefore CE and BD, that is the two medians, are equal. So not only write CE is equal to BD, CP, CTC, but below that write that is the two medians are equal. So that is solution to sum number 7. Write it down in your notebook. Now in this question, question number 8, mark it important, it's a very simple sum. From the figure whatever is given, you are supposed to prove AB is equal to AC. You are given AP is equal to AQ. Since AP and AQ are equal, therefore we can say that the base angles APQ and AQP are both equal. APQ and AQP are both equal to X. So now this X, APQ plus this angle APB, these two angles add up to 180, linear pair. So obviously angle APB will be 180 minus X. Similarly this is X and both of them add to 180. So the angle AQC is 180 minus X. So in this case we need not draw the two triangles which we want to prove congruent. You can see very clearly that APB and AQC can easily prove congruent by A, this both angles, then AP is equal to AQ given, and just now you have proved APQ, APB and AQC, those two angles are 180 minus X. So it is ASA test. So we can prove the two triangles congruent by ASA test, and because they are congruent, therefore the corresponding sides AB and AC are equal by CPCTC. So the steps are shown there. It's a very simple proof. Basic thing is to prove these two as x, because AP is equal to AQ, base angles are x. Therefore linear pair, this is 180 minus x, this also is 180 minus x. So that's how you go about proving this sum. The next question, that's the last question that we're doing for today, and the next set of videos I'll upload it mostly by Sunday or Monday, that is on the 10th or 11th. So now here in this particular question you are given the figure, and in the figure it is shown that AC is equal to AB and even BE is same. Those three are marked identical, and it is also marked that CD and BC are equal. So I have shown CD and BC by double lines, and those three sides which are equal are shown with single lines. Now you are asked to prove ACD angle and CBE angle, they are equal, and then you are asked to show that AD is equal to CE. From what you are asked to prove, that is ACD is equal to CBE, immediately from that itself you should know which two triangles you will require to prove congruent. It is triangle ACD and triangle CBE that you need to prove congruent. Again, like in this sum, we will be using linear pair. In this case, AC and AB are equal, AC and AB are equal, so the base angles ACB and ABC, ACB and ABC are both equal to x. So now these two together add up to 180, linear pair. So we can say that ACD is 180 minus x. ACD is 180 minus ACB, so it is 180 minus x. Linear pair is the reason. Similarly, you can say that CBE is 180 minus angle ABC. So it is 180 minus x. So from this you have got both of them as 180 minus x. So that's the first thing that you are required to prove, that ACD is equal to CBE. This is from steps 3 and 4. Both of them are 180 minus x. Now the two triangles need to be proved congruent to prove AD is equal to CE. Now in this sort of very simple questions, you need not draw the figure. If you are unable to show which triangles how, that is when you need to draw the figure. Though I have drawn it. I have drawn ACD here and I have drawn CBE here, in which BC and CB are equal. Now just now you proved that ACD and CBE are both equal. They are both 180 minus x. And then AC is equal to BE. That is also proved equal. That was already given equal. So all you have to prove is these two angles are 180 minus x. So now you can use this, that is SAS test, and prove that the two triangles are congruent. And if the two triangles are congruent, then obviously you will get the corresponding sides, that is AD and CE are equal by CPCTC. So you have a little bit of homework for the next, that is, I've given you the homework for Saturday 9th May. Mostly on Sunday evening or Monday morning we will upload the next set of videos. So the homework is question 6, 7, 8 and 9. Last time you had done 3, 4 and 5. So now it is 6, 7, 8 and 9 on page 67. Do attempt the homework sums on your own, but before you do it, revise these sums, copy all the classwork sums of today in the notebook, and then attempt those homework. Homework will be a mix of congruency and isosceles, because as I told you in syllabus book, there is no separate topic as isosceles or congruency. It all comes under the head triangles. So please do the homework, and I'll send the next set of videos mostly on Sunday evening or next Monday, that is 11th Monday morning. Bye. Have a safe week.